Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tactical Tuner. In this episode we're going to be doing a review and install of the JP Enterprise Enhanced Spring Kit for an AR-15. Now the JP kit, when you buy it, they pretty much advertise a reduced trigger pull weight from anywhere between 4 and 5 pounds. And then if you have the rest of the trigger control group, they're saying you can get it down to right about 3 pounds. What we're going to do is we're going to get this installed, and we're going to show you that you can get that trigger pull weight down to between 3 and 3.5 pounds without the additional components of the trigger group. We've already done it in a few of our ARs up here, so we thought it'd be a good thing to share with you guys. It's a very inexpensive upgrade to do, especially versus spending $150, $200 on a drop-in trigger group. This one here, I think we paid right around 11 bucks for it, and then a few dollars for shipping. But with this group here is actually for a 5.56 or 308. That's indicated here in the coloring. The red spring indicates that it can be used in a 308. And then if you were to get one that's specifically for 5.56, both springs would be green. So that's a good indicator to make sure you don't buy the wrong set. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you out to the shop. We're going to show you our process of installing it and some of the parts we polish. And then we will take it back and we will do a trigger weight pull test to show you the differences. So let's go ahead and head on out to the shop. Okay guys, first thing I want to do is I want to show you what the current pull weight is on this trigger. So we're going to run our gauge through it and see what we get. Okay, so as you can see, we are running just over 7 pounds. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start removing this trigger group, and then we'll start doing our work on it. Okay, so what I've got here, I've kind of, to help you guys be able to see this, is I've got the areas where you want to polish. I painted them in white here. So you got a few areas here you want to get on this side of this ledge, and here on the trigger itself you want to kind of bring this down a little bit, and this just kind of smooth it. One thing you want to be careful of is on any of these components, you don't want to change any of the angles or anything. You're just trying to keep the same angle but get it nice and polished. And then on this area here, basically right through here and on that shelf there, you want to clean that up. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing the polishing, and then we'll get this installed. Okay guys, we just got all these done. I went ahead and kind of cut this and fast forwarded whatnot. I don't think you guys would want to watch the whole process of sanding these. But let me kind of show you where we're at. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and smooth, nice and polished there and there. And then we also got that nice and smoothed out in there, and then also back behind here. And then we also did these couple areas here, nice and smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in the rifle with just the stock springs to show you how much the polishing affected the trigger pull, and then we'll take it back out. We'll add the JP springs, and then you'll be able to see the total trigger pull weight with both things put together. So let's see where we're at now that we've polished everything. So as you can see here, we are right at about 5.5 pounds. So polishing it alone dropped it 1.5 pounds. So what we're going to do now that we've seen what that will do, we're going to add the JP springs, and the JP springs together with the trigger and everything being polished should get us down to that 3 to 3.5 pound that we're looking for. Okay, so we've got the JP Enterprise springs installed along with the polished components. So let's take a look at what our current trigger weight is. Okay, so as you can see here, we are running right at about 3.5. I've done this a a few times. I've been bouncing anywhere between 3 and 3.5. But like we said, we started off with 7. We polished the trigger, brought us down to, I think it was right around 6. And then now that we've added the springs, we're down to 3.5, between 3 and 3.5 consistently. So I think that shows that, you know, a little bit of work, very little bit of money, and you can do pretty good improvement to your trigger. Okay, now you guys have seen how much the JP Enterprises spring kit can affect the trigger pull of your AR. As you've seen, we started with right around a 7-pound pull, and we ended up right at about 3 to 3.5-pound pull. Not a bad improvement for right around $11, $12. So if you think this upgrade is something you'd like to do with your AR, I'll leave a link below where you can find that trigger kit for sale. Also, if you have any questions or comments about this upgrade, you can leave them below. And you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at Tactical Tuner. Well, that'll just about do it for this episode of Tactical Tuner. We'll see you at the range.